What was meant to be a triumphant, emotional closing to Jin BTS's first solo world tour has taken a deeply worrying turn. Just 48 hours after delivering his final performance at the Ziggo Dome in Amsterdam, reports are surfacing that Jin is suffering from severe physical exhaustion, sparking concern across the ARMY fandom and entertainment world, according to multiple insiders close to the hashtag #RunSeekJin_EP tour production team. Jin collapsed into a chair the moment he exited the stage on the second night of the finale. He wasn't just tired, he looked like he gave every last drop of his strength, one backstage source reported. Staff had to help him out of his performance outfit because he couldn't even lift his arms properly. Those closest to the tour described the final stretch as relentless. Jin reportedly insisted on pushing through to maintain energy for fans, despite signs of mounting fatigue. He never once complained, a crew member said. But after Amsterdam, we saw it. He hit a wall. Although HYBE has not released an official medical update, armies around the world have grown increasingly concerned. Jin's silence on social media since the concert, coupled with his noticeable absence from the official post-show photos, has only added to the speculation. In a now-deleted tweet from a verified stylist who worked on the tour, the user wrote, "I don't know how he stood so tall through that pain. He looked like he was running on empty for the fans." The post was live for only minutes before disappearing, but not before screenshots spread like wildfire through fan communities. Fans who attended the Amsterdam concert also noticed something was off. He was glowing, smiling, perfect as always, one fan shared. But when the lights went down, you could see him clutch his side and walk a little slower. "We thought he was just overwhelmed with emotion, but now we're not so sure." Even more alarming, rumors are now circulating that Jin may need to take a prolonged rest in Los Angeles, away from cameras, travel, and physical strain. While unconfirmed, the whispers suggest that doctors advised him to cancel any remaining promotional work tied to the tour, including potential interviews, brand events, and media appearances. And yet, despite the fatigue, Jin still bowed, still smiled, still thanked fans as if everything was fine. It's this strength, this almost inhuman dedication, that now has ARMY pleading for something else. Let him rest. On X, hashtags like #GetWellSoonJin and #RestWellSeekJin continue to trend worldwide. Fans have begun organizing digital healing campaigns, flooding Weverse with messages of love and virtual letters, hoping Jin sees even a glimpse of their support during what may be one of the most physically and emotionally draining moments of his solo journey. For now, all eyes are on HYBE and Jin himself for a sign, a message, even a blurry photo that he's okay. Until then, ARMY waits quietly, anxiously, and with hearts in their throats, because when a star gives everything, even at the cost of himself, the least the world can do is let him rest. After days of swirling concern, international headlines, and endless online speculation, Jin BTS has finally broken his silence, and he didn't need many words to do it. At exactly 11:11 p.m. Korea Standard Time, Jin's Weverse account lit up with a single post, a dimly lit photo of a window, rain trailing down the glass, with the reflection of a soft bedside lamp glowing in the corner. There was no caption. No filter. Just the quiet image of stillness. But for ARMY, it spoke volumes. Within minutes, fans began interpreting the post as a sign that Jin was resting and perhaps recovering somewhere peaceful, far away from the noise of tour life and flashing lights. It's his way of telling us he's alive, safe, but still healing, one fan wrote. Others pointed out that Jin has always used visuals to communicate deeper emotions, and the image's melancholy but calm tone matched the current atmosphere perfectly. Some fans even recalled similar moments from the past, when Jin chose emotional silence over explanation. He's always carried his pain quietly. An ARMY from Seoul tweeted, "This photo feels like a whisper. We can rest now knowing he's resting too." The post immediately went viral, with #RestWellJin and #JinWeAreHere trending in over 50 countries. Thousands of fans responded with their own photos of rainy windows, warm lights, handwritten letters, and quiet corners, mirroring Jin's post as a way to say, "We understand." But the impact didn't stop there. Celebrity friends and even fellow artists began commenting indirectly. Soloist IU reposted a song snippet on Instagram of her ballad Through the Night with the caption, "For someone who always gives everything to the world, may the world give you time to breathe." Fans immediately linked the tribute to Jin's situation. HYBE has not released any further statement, choosing instead to let Jin's gesture stand on its own. And perhaps that's all that's needed, because in a world where every second is analyzed and every breath turned into content, sometimes the softest message means the most. And tonight, through a single quiet photo, Jin reminded the world that even the strongest stars need to dim their light so they can shine again later. And when he does, ARMY will still be here, watching, waiting, and loving him, even in the silence. After days of silence, speculation, and a single haunting photo, Jin BTS has broken his silence with a deeply emotional message that left millions of fans in tears. At 12:07 a.m. Korea Standard Time, Jin posted a handwritten letter on Weverse. Simple white paper, black ink, his familiar steady handwriting. The message was raw, vulnerable, and filled with the kind of sincerity only Jin could deliver. To my ARMY who waited in love and worry, I'm sorry for making you anxious. I didn't mean to disappear. I just needed to catch my breath. The last concert in Amsterdam was the happiest and hardest moment of my career. I felt everything at once: gratitude, sadness, pride, exhaustion. My body gave up before my heart did. I sat backstage in silence, not because I was in pain, but because I didn't want to say goodbye. I'm okay now. I'm resting well, and I'm with people who love me. I'll come back stronger. You know me, I always do. Thank you for loving me through the silence. Fans immediately responded with an outpouring of support and relief. Many posted their own letters back to him, some written by hand and shared via photo, others typed with trembling fingers and tear-streaked screens. The hashtag Jin You Are Our Home began trending worldwide within minutes. Armies from around the globe shared their favorite moments from the tour, alongside comforting words. You gave us everything. Now, it's your turn to rest. But the letter also revealed something deeper, that Jin had been carrying not just physical fatigue, but emotional weight, knowing that the tour's end meant parting ways with something deeply meaningful. The way he described sitting in silence, unable to say goodbye, struck a collective nerve. Korean media outlets praised Jin's honesty. One columnist wrote, "In an industry built on perfection, Jin's willingness to show imperfection is what makes him truly timeless." HYB released a brief follow-up statement shortly after Jin's letter went live, confirming that he is under medical and emotional care in Los Angeles and will take an extended period of rest and recovery, as per his own wishes and professional recommendation. Meanwhile, fans have started organizing digital projects to honor his honesty, including a global Window of Light initiative, where armies around the world place a soft lamp by their window at night, just like the photo he posted days before. Because Jin's message wasn't just an update, it was a love letter, a confession, and a promise. He may have walked off that stage physically drained, but tonight, he gave fans something even more powerful than a final performance. He gave them truth. And in return, ARMY is giving him exactly what he needs most: quiet, patience, and unconditional love. For weeks, the world watched in respectful silence. After Jin BTS's emotional Weverse letter confirming his deep exhaustion following his final concert in Amsterdam, the star completely withdrew from the public eye.
No posts, no seguetings, no updates.
And for once, ARMY let the silence breathe. Fans across the globe honored his space. They flooded Weverse with handwritten letters and digital journals, joined global Window of Light movements by placing soft lamps in their rooms at night, mirroring the iconic photo Jin shared. In Seoul, Jakarta, Paris, and Buenos Aires, fans gathered quietly to share their favorite Jin moments, not to mourn his absence, but to wait, with patience and love. For many, this period became something sacred.
No comeback countdowns. No trending campaigns.
Just a global agreement to let the one who had given everything finally rest. But on the 33rd day of that stillness, something changed. At a small cafe in West Hollywood known for its anonymity and soft piano music, an unassuming customer walked in wearing a loose linen shirt, beige cap, and oversized sunglasses. He ordered chamomile tea, sat near the window, and smiled. A fan seated across the cafe caught the moment, not because of the outfit or the voice, but because of the way he stirred his tea. It was unmistakable. She didn't approach. She didn't scream. She just took a photo from her seat. Jin, healthy, peaceful, looking out the window like someone who had survived a storm and found calm in the wreckage. She uploaded the photo hours later with just one caption: "He's okay. He really is." The image broke the internet. Within 5 minutes, it was reposted across all platforms. The fandom held its collective breath. And then, just before midnight, Jin liked the post on Baferzy, and caption:
No selfie.
Just a soft gesture that said, "I saw you."